C285. C905. They're over there. They towed some little van right here. I don't know if that's a homeless guy's van. It's crazy. But they've been having like these cars around here. I'm glad if it was here that they're taking it. Because we were having problems with these bait cars. Ain't no telling what they're doing. What happened?
But the driver had a warrant. So,
okay.
And his friend who owns the van isn't able to come get it. So.
Okay.
Just waiting on him to be done. How are you?
I'm good.
It's too cold, man.
Wow, man, it's way too cold.
All right, man. Y'all be safe out there, man.
Sure, man. Stay warm.
Yeah.
On the next one.
All right. Yeah, somebody else pulled him over. They had some warrants. And they towed his shit. They couldn't come and get it. So, then they finna go back to work. It's a trip, man. I wonder who the other cop was that did. They're probably somewhere around here. So we got them out here tonight. Okay. Pulling people over. Y'all on that bullshit again, huh? And see, this is my thing, right? Their whole thing is they need more money to fight crime. So my disagreement is, how are y'all fighting crime if all y'all are doing is fucking with people in traffic stops? Like, y'all need better equipment to catch people who are shooting and all this, and that's not what y'all using it for. Like the whole flock camera, they used it on me when I was doing a traffic stop, and they fucking arrested me saying I had a warrant because the people at the flock camera called the police and said that I had a warrant, and I never did. That's why they had to drop me back off. But that's his little white van. So that's my only argument. Like, they're not using it to, like they say they are. They're gonna help. Like, the whole reason for the license plate readers was to catch people that had outstanding warrants for like shootings, murder, and stuff like that. And now they use it for everybody. So if you have a warrant, it'll pop out. Just like the whole flock cameras. They were supposed to use it for, what was it? To catch people that were stealing cars. And here's what I'm starting to figure out, right? Because look, check this out. If y'all pay attention to what's going on in Fort Worth right now, our city, the city manager and all of them are suing the attorney general right now because he told them that they couldn't keep or withhold their police chase policies. Like 4 different news organizations, Channel 5, and a couple of other ones asked for this policy. Because their whole issue, when they asked, hey, can we get the policy, they said to file a Freedom of Information request. So when they did that, they didn't want to let it go. So what they normally do is ask the attorney general for an opinion. Well, the attorney general told them there was nothing that they stated that was reasonable for it to be kept. So now they won't release it, right? Because there's one thing to solve crime, but when y'all using bait cars to be stolen, and then y'all chase them, and then innocent people get hurt and shit like that, that's not cool. Y'all have to admit where y'all fuck up. Y'all can't try to hide and all this other bullshit. Because if you're saying your goal is to stop, to catch people who steal cars, why would you put bait cars to be stolen? That doesn't make sense. You're creating a bigger problem because now you're chasing these guys. And I know for a fact, they already had stated in the policy, right, that once they reach a certain speed in a residential area, they're supposed to call off the chase. And they won't. They won't, because they get money, right? They get funding for the more people they catch. They don't care that the person's property gets returned to them, right? Because most of the times they're saying, well, they're supposed to have insurance. So this is what we're dealing with here in Fort Worth. And it's crazy, right? So the city of Fort Worth is suing the attorney general for not helping them hide their policy and procedure on police chases. You know? And that's saying a lot. And that was my issue with this whole attorney general thing, man. Like, a lot of times, they normally would tell them, you don't have to, blah, blah, blah. Because normally, they just say some random shit, and it flies, right? But this time, they're starting to ask questions like, why do you think it'll expose their investigation techniques and everything? All we're asking for is the policy on police chases, right? And it's weird because that's what they're stuck on. But they're not stating why it's doing that. And that's the aggravation of being in this fucking city, man. Because when you ask for accountability and transparency, none of them do it. None of them will do it. But every time they go for fucking, they run for their elections, that's what their campaign is about. Accountability and transparency. And it never fucking gets here. It never does. That's why when they start doing their fucking elections, none of them better say shit about accountability and transparency. Because their track record is proven they'll do anything to avoid transparency and accountability here. And it's not even the citizens saying it no more. I done dealt with too many good cops that are saying the same shit. So this is the problem, because now you have the city, and guess how much that's going to cost us, the taxpayers, right? Because when it comes to the losing of money, they only consider the stakeholders, right? That's what they care about, not the people that this is getting from. So then you start to investigate who are the stockholders. And keep fucking around, and I'm gonna tell y'all every single fucking one of them, right? Because there's the point in time, and I've said this when I was in Dallas protesting Shalandra's death. The Dallas Police Department picked a business over the community when they had the legal right to protest, right? So they sat by while a strip club turned on. Not only that, they put manure. They put manure where they normally wouldn't, right? And then they turn on the water. They turn on the hose on them, man. And this is what I'm seeing, and I'm like, fuck. And it's happening here too. All these cities have conducted their actions based on the stakeholders, the business, right? But then you get these certain businesses that are getting ignored too. Because right here, all down this street, because if you look back, you go back that way. right? If you head towards Magnolia and all that, it's all nice and beautiful. They call the cops. They're there like this split second shit. Anything past over here, this business, the that way, Dollar General, all these other businesses, man, they call 911 30, 40 minutes. I have a video of a guy stealing from Dollar General, loaded up a shopping cart. He's trying to put it into the back of the truck. The truck leaves him. I sat there and watched the whole fucking thing. And I even followed the guy. I even found out where he ended up. All the way over there on fucking Riverside. And I still had enough time to come back to the fucking store and the cops weren't even there. Oh, shit. And just like these businesses get fucked up. Like there's people out here that break shit, break windows and all kinds of shit. And they don't ever show up. They don't have time for it because they're too busy 20 deep at a fucking traffic stop. See, because all they're worried about is getting money. Because they get paid. And that's what I'm talking about, man. And if you look at every election, bro, that's the main thing they're gonna focus on is how much money these motherfuckers are getting, right? They done forgot all about the votes that they're gonna get, right? So to me, I don't like it because that's saying if you can't raise enough money, we don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. We don't care about your agenda. We don't care about what you're trying to change. If you can't raise more money than the scumbags we have in place, then you're fucked. And I don't like it. That's why I registered to vote, and they can fuck themselves. And that's my whole focus, right? People say it's pointless and la la la. Alright, that's what they want us all to think, right? But why do you think them other motherfuckers sit there and vote, and these scumbag pieces of shit are still in office? Just like the sheriff, right? Our sheriff, Bill Wayborn, right, is running for re-election. Good luck with that. He's forgetting that those people that owe you favors and all that, good luck with all that, bro. Good luck with all that. Because if you even go look into his whole thing, he got a donation from some questionable people, right? Some racist motherfuckers. And he just didn't mention it. He didn't say anything. But when you start looking, it shows, it exposed these motherfuckers. And that's what I'm saying. And I met the India Murray yesterday. She's gonna run against Bill Wayborn. So that's my point, man. This dude is running, and this year alone, and what? I think we're in what? January, February. We're not even in January, right? Like the middle of last year to the beginning of this year, 10 people have died in our county jail. 10. Not only that, this motherfuckers, check this shit out, right? They put a case in front of the grand jury, right? 3 guards beat up, broke 4 or 5 of his ribs, and he was autistic, right? So they fired him, they charged him, and guess what? Our district attorney, Phil Soros, and I forgot what DA it was, what prosecutor, they dismissed the charges, right? Because they were waiting to see, they filed a lawsuit, and the courts wanted to wait, the federal court, wanted to wait until the criminal case was resolved. So guess what they did for him? They dropped the case, but they didn't say why. Because there's a little bullshit clause in there that says they can dismiss it without saying shit. And that's what they were hiding it under. So every time he's gotten on any news or anything that said none of his officers were accused of misconduct, they have. Y'all just hide it. They cover it up. And that's the problem. That's why no family member knows why their relative is no longer here with them. Right? And they don't try to pass laws and get people that they fuck with to pass legislature where they get screwed over. Where the accountability and transparency is taken away from the citizens, the same people that they want you to vote for. And I think it's about time we say, fuck them, fuck that, and fuck what y'all on, right? Because this shit done aggravated the fuck out of me, dog. Yeah, because that's the thing they got going on right now, too. They're dropping bait cars in all these areas, right? They put bait cars. They got these little youngsters that run around and steal them. So they catch them, and they end up getting hurt sometimes. So that's what I'm saying. There's people on Facebook posting it in North Side, posting it in the East Side, posting it in the West Side. And, you know, I caught him doing it over here 3 times. One right here on the side of this same fucking building right here. And down the street over there when you get to where the Dickie factory is. Where you buy Dickies and all that other shit, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a problem. Right? Because it's weird. It's weird. Like, that's not even fucking cool. So that's my issue. Sorry for the rant, y'all. Ray, what's up, man? Latin Indian, Kilna. John, Saddle Tramp, Irish Rover. Carl, what's up, what's up? Joe Cole, what's the deal, baby? Joanne, what's up? Cajun Randy, what's the deal? Anon Gamer, what's the Lucinator 69, what's the deal? The deal. Make stupid people famous, what's the haps? Anonymous, what's the hit? The deal? Anthony. Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. And I wanted to see who the other cop was that pulled him over and why he left. They probably saw me coming. Huh? But yeah, yo. Maine in the house. So y'all stay tuned.